Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for has finally arrived. 7-star Tera raids are back, and we're starting things off with round 2 of CHESNAUGHT Tera raids that we missed out on before. And since then, we've had the integration of Pokemon Home, which means we have some new Pokemon that we can use for builds to take on CHESNAUGHT. And today, we're starting off with one of my favorites. So, let's take a look at how to build Galarian Zapdos to absolutely decimate CHESNAUGHT Tera raids and just make this one a walk in the park. Let's get to it. Now, as always, starting off, you're going to need to get yourself a Galarian Zapdos in order to make this build. However, as it sits right now, the only way to get Galarian Zapdos is to trade it in from Pokemon Home or have somebody trade it to you in the game. So, this one may not be for everybody. If it's not, I suggest checking out the build guide that's in the card on the screen right now, as that'll show you the easiest in-game Pokemon to get to do this. But if you're lucky enough to have a Galarian Zapdos, like I am, this guy right here, well, first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab him, you're going to take him out of your box, and you're going to make sure that he is all the way up at level 100. And once you've done that, it's time to start talking about what EVs and IVs we're going to need for this guy in order to take on CHESNAUGHT the Unrivaled. And as is usually the case, you're going to need to make sure that you head to your favorite town that has a Chansey supply in it so we can get ourselves some vitamins in order to get our EVs done for our Galarian Zapdos. My choice is always going to be Levincia North. But wherever your town is, once you get there, head to your Chansey supply, head inside, and let's get ready to spend some money. Alright, so to build out our Galarian Zapdos, this one's actually pretty simple. We're going to hop in here, we're going to hit the plus button to start a bulk buy, and we're going to start off by buying ourselves 26 protein, okay, because we're going to max out our physical attack on this guy, as well as 26 iron, because we're going to max out our physical defense as well. And you're also going to want to make sure that with this one, you're going to come down and you're going to grab yourself an adamant mint if you do not have one in your party, because we're definitely not a special attacker and we need all the physical attack we can get for this guy. But once you've done that, you're going to fork over 540,000 Poke Dollars, and let's head outside and put this guy together. So now that we're outside, let's go ahead and throw this guy together real quick. So you're going to make sure Galarian Zapdos is at the top of your party. You're going to head into your bag, head over to your other items tab, and we're going to start off by giving this guy 26 protein. So we're going to give him 26, just like this. Once we've given him 26 protein, we're also going to give him 26 iron to max out his physical defense, just like so. And we should have about anywhere between like 4 and 6 EVs left over. We can just take those and dump those into our Galarian Zapdos' HP, because, you know, it never hurts to have more HP, especially with these Tera raids. Once we've got that done, the last thing we need to do is head down here, grab an adamant mint, and we're going to give this guy an adamant nature, just like so. And just like that, Galarian Zapdos' EVs are trained up and he's pretty well ready to go. So it should be Galarian Zapdos. He's fighting and flying type with a fighting Tera type. We're not going to change that. Our EVs should be maxed out in our physical attack and physical defense with an adamant nature. And the next thing we need to do is we need to look at our ability and get some IV training done. So I'll see you guys at our favorite place in just a second. And now that we're at our favorite place, it's time to go see our favorite shady friend in the glasses after our long separation we've had from him. And we're going to do some IV training on our Galarian Zapdos. So we're going to hop in here. Yes, we want to do some hyper training. We are going to select our Galarian Zapdos, just like so. And we're going to use our normal bottle caps because we can't be bothered to use the gold ones. It's a waste of time. And on this one, we're going to IV train everything except our special attack because we are 100% not a special attacker. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to start our training, just like so. And once that's done, your Galarian Zapdos is hyper trained. The last thing we need to do is check our ability real quick on this and make sure that it is correct. So, if we come over and we look at our Galarian Zapdos real quick, we can see that we have the ability Defiant, and that is actually the ability that we want on our Galarian Zapdos. Not that it really matters, but this is what we want to have just to be on the safe side. So, Defiant is our ability. Once your IVs are done, your EVs are done, it's time to look at the moveset for this guy, and then we're pretty much set to go. And before I forget this for like the millionth time, if you haven't already, make sure that you give your Galarian Zapdos a shell bell to hold. Shell Bell for Tera raids is just kind of a necessity at this point, because we want to make sure that as we do this massive damage to Chestnaught that we're healing ourselves back up and we're not running down the timer. So, now that we have that, let's take a look at some moves. Alright, so for our moveset for our Galarian Zapdos, we actually only need 3 moves for this. The first of which being Bulk Up, the second of which being Taunt, and the third being Thunderous Kick. And Taunt in here is the only move that is learned via TM. Galarian Zapdos learns Bulk Up and Thunderous Kick naturally, so if you're pretty well set on this one. But that's it. The fourth move really doesn't matter. We actually don't even need one because these 3 are going to be more than adequate to take down Chestnaught. Is easy, if not easier, than what we were able to do with Appleton before. So just as kind of a final overview of this guy, we have Galarian Zapdos at level 100, even though mine's at level 70 right now. Fighting and Flying type with a Fighting Tera type. Our held item is the Shell Bell. We have our EVs maxed out in our attack and physical defense with an Adamant nature. Our ability is Defiant, even though it really doesn't matter at this point. And our moveset is Bulk Up, Taunt, and Thunderous Kick, with the strat here being pretty simple. You're going to hop in, and for the first, 2 turns, you're going to use Bulk Up to give your Galarian Zapdos a little bit more attack, and then spam Thunderous Kick on Chestnaught until he throws his shield up and decides to cleanse. Once he cleanses, you're going to use Bulk Up a couple more times, and then start spamming Thunderous Kick again until you can Tera. Once you can Tera, go ahead and Tera, and just keep spamming Thunderous Kick, and once the shield is broken, you can use Taunt to prevent Chestnaught from using Bulk Up as well, and just keep using Thunderous Kick until, it's done. I would highly suggest if you have some PP ups or a PP max or something, use that on your Thunderous Kicks, that way you're not stuck at just, 10 uses for this. But once you've got that, that's it. That's pretty much all you need to know about Galarian Zapdos. This one is probably gonna wreck. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is Galarian Zapdos and the build that you're going to want to use to take down Chestnaught the Unrivaled. And like I said, I know Galarian Zapdos is going to be kind of hard for some people to get, maybe even impossible to get at this time. So if you have one, use it. If not, I would suggest the Appleton build that is linked down in the description, because it's super easy to build and it just decimates Chestnaught raids. But if you've got a Galarian Zapdos, go out there, build it, and have some fun with this one, because with all the new Pokemon we have from Pokemon Home, 7-star raids are about to get a little bit more interesting with a little bit more variety. So, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Later!